Alright, so tonight's lesson is lesson 65, which is decimal parts of a meter. In this lesson, we're going to use the metric system, and the basic unit of length in the metric system is a meter. And what we know about the metric system is that all the numbers are a base 10 of a number, so they're easy to work with. So meters, we see here, can be divided, and they can be divided into 10 decimeters, 100 centimeters, and 1,000 millimeters, and all of these equal the length the same as a meter. So when they're divided into different units, we have 1 meter. A decimeter is a tenth of a meter, meaning 10 decimeters equal 1 meter. And then it can be divided by 10 again into a centimeter, which is a hundredth in our hundredth place. So we have our tenths and our hundredths. And so we know that a centimeter is 100 little pieces to equal 1 meter. And then we can divide a centimeter again by 10 to get a millimeter. And a millimeter is the thousandth in our decimal place. So we have our tenths, our hundredths, and our thousandths, which are our tiny little millimeters, which are 1,000 millimeters equal 1 full meter. So I wrote this. It's just a little key on the side. If you can see, it says 1 meter equals 10 decimeters, 1 decimeter equals 10 centimeters, and 1 centimeter equals 10 millimeters. If you want to pause the video and copy this down, you can. I know it's kind of a lot to write down. Alright, so our first example says 40 centimeters is how many decimeters? So I can go back up here and kind of look, or I can use my chart over here to see. And I know that 10 centimeters, if I had 10 centimeters, it would equal 1 decimeter. So I would have, like, 0.19, and if this was a 9 and I had one more 10, it would make this a 2, because 10 centimeters equal 1 decimeter. So if 10 centimeters equal 1 decimeter, then 40 centimeters equals 4 decimeters. So I'm just going to write this. If I know that 10 centimeters equal 1 decimeter, then I must know that 40 centimeters are going to equal 4 decimeters. Alright, and on to our next one. Evan measured his height using a meter stick. He was 1 meter plus 35 centimeters tall. What was his height in meters? Alright, and just so you know, a meter is about 1 big step. That's how long a meter is. And in class tomorrow I'll show you a meter stick so you can really see how big it is. For this one, since we know that 10 centimeters equals 1 decimeter, we can think of 35 centimeters as 3 decimeters plus 5 centimeters. So, if I were to write this down, he's 1 meter. And if you see over here, when I kind of use my chart, oh, you guys can't see it. When I look at my chart up here, I have 1 meter, which is a whole number, 1 meter, and then my decimal point, so 1 meter, and I have 35 centimeters. And 35 centimeters, I know that 10 centimeters equal 1 decimeter. So I would say I have 3 full tens, which would be 3 tenths, and 5 hundredths are my centimeters. So he would be 1 and 35 hundredths tall, of a meter tall. Alright, go ahead and do the next example. A ruler is about 30 centimeters long. About how many decimeters long is a ruler? And again, this is kind of like one of the other ones we did up at the top. So we know that 10 centimeters gives us 1 decimeter. So if I have 30 centimeters, how many decimeters long is that ruler going to be? So if I have 30 centimeters, it's going to be about 3 decimeters. Alright, in our lesson practice is only 2 problems here, and I will read them out loud to you so you can see them. Which is the most reasonable measurement for the length of a car? Is it A, 4.5 meters, B, 4.5 decimeters, or C, 4.5 centimeters? So kind of look at the measurements here and decide how long do you think would be reasonable for the length of a car. The next one said Alan is 1 meter plus 43 centimeters tall. Use a decimal number to write Alan's height in meters. So just like example 2 when we had a meter in centimeters and we had to turn it into a decimal number. So hopefully you can see these problems to copy them down, and we will check them when I see you guys next week.